Shalom, Mazel Tov, all my friends and viewers from around the world. The title of this message is called One Needy Child, and it's based on Psalm 68, verses 1 through 35. I wrote this particular message out in about 1998. I was a part of a congregation called Healing Hearts. There you go, Walter Selke. You got a plug for me. Have I paid back everything I might owe you? Oh my. At 9 years old, Molly had been an extra child at her neighbor's house. Her family had been heading for divorce. She chose to make her time there making meals, snacks, and messes. No matter what anybody did, she was done for it. She was always in the need and always wanting more. The neighbors even took her with them on their vacation. But the more people gave her, the more she just seemed to want it. She was never satisfied, always wanting more. But before, Molly just kept taking and taking and taking and taking. But before we go into judgment of our Mollys, let us examine the Molly that lives within inside ourselves. We reach and open doors and wind up using friends to serve our own selfish desires. We just take and take and take. We never give anything back. We never say thank you. We just continually want more. Give me, give me, give me. It's all about me. Me, me, me. We don't take please. We don't say thank you. We just try to bury ourselves in the pain with any kind of action we can interpret as being affection toward ourselves. We overwork our friends. We overtax our neighbors. Pastors, rather than deal with what we need, we hide away at other people's places so we don't have to acknowledge the mess that we have in our own. We live at our friends or our neighbors or the people we identify as family houses rather than staying home and clean up our own mess. It is so much easier. Some of us even take our messes in our vehicles from place to place, from town to town, from village to village, from site to site. We're so busy carrying our own burdens, we don't even notice that of the problems that we create out there. We realize that no matter what our circumstance, that you have to understand that our God loves us. He has adopted you as his own personal child. And that cost him something so we can feel that we can belong in his family. It cost him his all. In God's family, I'm a Molly. In God's family, we all are a Molly, aren't we? But you know what? In spite of our Mollys, in spite of our neediness, in spite of our self-centeredness, in spite of the thrill-seeking, and in spite of everything that he has done, you know what? Yeshua HaMashiach still loves us. To all the Mollys out there in the world, there's Rabbi Daniel saying, God loves you. Yeshua the HaMashiach loved you so much, he laid down his life. To all the Mollys in the world, understand this, that you don't have to stay there. He says he will supply all your needs according to riches and glory. We just got to get out of that self-centeredness, saints, and turn our faces to the world and wail out and cry to our God. He is just and able to forgive. Once again, this is a rabbinical moment with your Rabbi, Daniel DBaumet. And I thank you for the letters of support. For Molly's wanting more answers to their questions, feel free to write us at Beit Hizda or Bethesda Gospel Ministries at excite.com. I'll be looking for your email. Or join the Rabbi's Net on ning.com. I have an announcement to make. That very shortly we'll be returning to a weekly broadcast on Pal Talk again. It'll be an open forum where questions and answers will be made. This is the first step we have for the new Shiva that will be forming. For all students who are wishing to have an interest in joining a good, solid base Shiva, I ask you also to write the address I just said, Bethesda Gospel Ministries, Bethesda Gospel at excitegot.com. BETHESDAGOSPEL1, no underline, no scores, no nothing, at excite.com. There will be a minimum, if no charge to begin with. This is the beginning by which we hope to create very soon and have the site up and running of a virtual Shiva with some of the top rabbis that you can get in the Messianic and non-Messianic world, with a full rounded education, and we'll be doing areas by which the first students and second graduate students out of our Shiva will be placing a point of challenge against any university that is out there, in hopes that we can gain the recognition of high scholarly education. We have gotten the interest of a lot of top mentors out there. And I think that this is something that is a time being for a time now. No longer will you have to travel to see your rabbi. No longer will you have to sit at his feet. No longer you'll have to follow him from place to place. You'll be able to tune on to his personal class and educate yourself in your particular subject of choice, whether it'll be circumcision or the dietary laws or wherever it is, and get full credentials in that level. So until that time, keep it in prayer. We'll keep you posted as we're developing. We're going to start the Shiva, and we're going to get it done. We're going to break away from the Texas malarkey that's coming out of the States. We're going to identify that the Messianic movement is alive and well, and the Roots movement is alive and well. We don't need any charlatans who want to wear our hinge on their doorpost and call themselves doctorate with supposed background information that can't give you anything. We want to be serious learners in the Word, the truth, and the light. So keep that in mind, and if you're interested, if you're an instructor out there, if you have a high standard and you are of rabbinical cloth, whether you're Ashkenazi, Messianic, Orthodox, Reformist, whether you're of the Karaite or Netzrim camp, we want to hear from you if you're interested. We'll examine all posts of life. Generally, as a rule, our school will be strong Netzarim, but we're welcome to open for points of debate and discussion so that the students can learn to welcome you in as well to present your viewpoint, so they can come to a learned choice in their lives and choose the correct rabbi that they wish to follow. This will be the third step toward the Sanhedrin, and the Messianic Sanhedrin. You're going to hear me talk a lot more as the Av Beit Din, as an official